But is there anything else that it's really important that deputies need to understand?
If they cannot get on the radio or they can't actually talk, they can press their emergency button on their radio. Really recently, I had a sergeant that got into a pretty significant crash, and that was all he could do at first. And he pressed it, their payroll comes up. So we can figure out who you are, and then I can map you. And as long as your GPS is working, so make sure your GPS is working. We do have the BWC backup because those are mapped too. But if they're not on or your location's not up to date, none of it's perfect. It's all technology based. But deputies might not be able to tell you who that was that just went into emergency mode or just did that key break. So I can tell you who the key break is. I can tell you where they're mapping to because I know who they are and everything. And that deputy, that sergeant specifically, he couldn't really get on the radio right away. So by the time he was able to get on the radio, he said something about he said rear-ended, but we could barely understand him because the crash was pretty bad. But luckily we had mapped him, so he had help on the way. But you might think that you can do everything without us, but there are specific circumstances where we're there to help you. And we're your lifeline in some ways.